I heard Monster Hunter Wilds is pretty good.
Today, I might do a video for Monster Hunter Wild Hunt.
What a good guy.
I say might because I don't even know if this game works. That's what's crazy about video games today, is that they got so much good stuff in them now that they might not work at all, like Black Ops 6 that I'm still trying to get set up. Monster Hunters is famous for being made by Capcom, which is built with the engine that they used for Mega Man 11, sadly. You cannot import your character.
When was the last time they made a Mega Man game? When the last time they did that? I feel like we haven't had a Mega Man game in a while.
Avowed, but you can customize your cat, which I spent more time on than my actual character. You could also select how many tutorials you want to see.
Oh, who the fuck is this?
You can pick either a ton or a lot. I picked a lot because that seemed like less. There are 14 weapons to pick from. I selected Greatsword because I love losing.
What's that on her back? It's huge!
It's called a Great.
I feel like Greatsword is really good.
Sword. Nobody picks it because it sucks. The main draw of this franchise is the monsters. Capcom pulled out a lot of money for this one when Lickitung entered the arena. I thought he was called Gorlamo, but instead he was called Chitacabra, who was famous in Mexico.
So much diversity.
I heard about him.
Starfield guys not gonna like this. In my entire time of playing this game, I didn't miss a single hit, even though I was using the Greatsword, which is one of the greatest weapons to miss hits with.
Jesus.
Did you really do that? Of course I did. I've mastered the Greatsword.
Only those with special permission are allowed to use them.
Before you can hunt any monsters,
do you miss that feeling?
Chris, Ruth, Sharnice, and then Jack. And then...
Hey, can one of you help me out? My stockpile of honey is running low.
If it's honey you're after,
I did this quest.
I know the perfect spot.
I did this one.
I'll show you the way.
I want to hunt monsters.
That would be amazing.
I know there's a lot of you watching this video. For you Turok fans out there, go play Turok. You love that game.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You know they're making a new Turok.
Heard of a Karagnoth herd this big before.
Please, I've seen Karagnoth hordes bigger than this in Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii U. Even with tutorials set to maximum blast, you are never going to be as good as I am at this game. As an old pro that's played both Monster Hunters, I gotta say, man, you kids have got it so easy today.
He really trying to start some shit.
With these Monster Hunters. Back in Monster Hunter 2, you had to know how to fight a dinosaur in real life to win. Now they do everything for you. The hardest part of this game is getting it to run, which was not a problem for me.
It's actually crazy how bad it is. Like the optimization, the thing is, like, I feel bad for Capcom in a way, because it's like you have, I feel bad for the devs of the game, because the devs of the game really made a great game, but it's just not well optimized. It's not well optimized, and a lot of people can't play it to the capacity that they should be able to play it.
Because I played it on the PS5 Pro. I have a level 2 sword now. This way, when I miss, it would have did more damage. Every monster I've fought so far is phenomenal. Just such a nice level of spiciness to each one of them. And apparently this game is open world, which I did not even realize, because
not entirely, but a bit.
Trailing mission. People who play Monster Hunter will argue that the first 50 hours of the game doesn't even count, because that's the part of the game with cutscenes and talking, and nobody likes the storyline in Monster Hunter, but they keep doing it because they don't like us.
Well, they have to have a storyline. No, I feel like I want there to be a storyline in Monster Hunter, but I almost want the story to be bad. Like every plot device in a story has to be something really stupid. Why? Because it reminds me of like a where like they have like, yeah, I'm here to deliver pizzas, and it's like, yeah, sure, right? Like where's the big monster that I have to kill? No, no, I feel like Monster Hunter storyline's the exact same thing. When you're watching, like, that's it. You're watching it, you're like, okay, when's the action gonna start? Skip, 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 skip. Am I wrong in saying that people do the exact same thing with Monster Hunter Wilds?
A rainbow!
I'd say it's a bird bow.
They're always trying to spin it like you're such a hero for killing these monsters. The only reason Capcom makes these games is to develop the technology for the food cutscenes, so tie that into the storyline. You should just play as
unless it was Dragon's Dogma 2, where they just ran out of money and time, and they just recorded a steak cooking, and then they said, here's the steak, this is the food cutscene. It's a literal steak being cooked.
We're looking into it.
She should have said not a chance. The writing in this game sucks. I like the Woodwoods. And I like the monsters in Monster Hunter.
Oh.
And I like hunting the monsters in Monster Hunter.
Perfection.
And I like the armor that you make for your cat out of the monsters from
He
Monster
used the
Hunter.
same one
And
that I
like
did.
That this
It's
is one
so
of the only
good.
games where you, the player, can say, "Kitty cats, get my steak back to base."
Yeah. So silly.
I'll fight the giant chicken. I'm gonna kick him. Here we go.
You can wait. You can kick
This is
people.
doing more damage than the sword.
Oh.
There's a lot to like in this game, except for whenever the characters are talking to me.
I love. Yeah. Everybody agrees that nobody gives a shit about the story. It's like, imagine being the guy whose job it is to write the story. It's like, do you hate your job or do you love your job? Because you could hate your job because you feel unfulfilled that nobody likes it. Or you could love your job because it doesn't matter what you do, you get paid anyway. I don't know, which one would it be?
Wow. What's that sound? It's pretty.
It's the rocks that we just went under, you moron. So yeah, I might do a video for this game, might not, we'll see. The way Monster Hunter works is that they always put out the junk version of the game first, and then if you wait like a year or two, they put out the real version of the game. You should probably just wait for that.
Yeah, they're gonna do that with Dragon's Dogma 2, right, guys? They're gonna put out the good version of the game?
Version, but I don't care, see you.
Man. I gotta say, Dragon's Dogma was so good, I wish they made a second one. I have to tell you, it's such a good fucking game. I played, you know what's really funny, is that, yeah, no way, yeah, imagine that, there's the video, this is funny, I love Monster Hunter, it's so fun, I've really enjoyed the game a lot, it's been amazing. And what's wrong with it? Well, it's not that there's really something wrong with it, it's just that there's not a lot to it. Like Dragon's Dogma, I have over 100 hours in the game. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, I have 179 hours in the game. And that's how long it took me to complete everything in the game. Where, and also, and I guess, I did everything in both of these games. I did. I have not. From viewers, people kept saying how amazing it looked. Okay, so Dragon's Dogma, because I was like a massive simp for this game. I thought this game was going to be amazing too. I don't regret promoting and saying Dragon's Dogma 2 was going to be a great game, but I think it should have been, it was like a 8 or a 9, when I think it should have been a 10. It should have been way better than it was. Here's my point, is that I actually think that like, I've never thought about this as a metric before, but I've started using it as more of a metric, right? Is that when I look at a video game and I see that the completion rate of the video game is extremely low, that means the video game sucks. That's the reason.